Hello veterans, it's the VAT team here and we're back again with another analysis on the V75 market. So today we're going to talk about where to enter, the entry and the exit on this analysis. So as I told you yesterday that if you cleared follow analysis, I told you we were at a major support and resistance level. So as you can see, I showed you that to watch for the pullbacks. I told you guys to watch for the pullbacks. So if you watch for the pullback, here we had a pullback. Today I did analysis. Yesterday I did analysis right when the price was here, and I told you guys to watch for a pullback, and there was a major pullback. So we were going to enter. I told you at the lowest, below the lowest bullish candle pullback, which is the longest pullback candle, which is quite this one, quite the longest here. Though we have a reversal here candlestick pattern, because like kind of like of an indecision candle, so it's quite like also a pullback candle because the sellers went down. But let me zoom it for you for a bit. The sellers went down, but they didn't cover the price, and the buyers went up, and then the sellers came down, and the price closed in between. So it's quite like an indecision, marking that there will be a reversal. There's a minor reversal. I told you if the price goes above this level here, which is the lower was the last lower high. Yeah, it was this. I told you if the price goes above this area, we are going for a buy, but it didn't go. So if you place your stop loss few pips above this, it was not triggered. So if you placed your buy stop, if you placed the buy order here, it was not triggered, so you were safe. You're in the safe zone. Of course, also I told you there will be a breakdown. If there is a break below the pullback candle here, put a sell. So if you put a sell here, you in the sell, like your sell stop was triggered, like very triggered. So you could have hold like profits and everything, and I showed you your stop loss is supposed to be at the last high, which is definitely here. So your fast take profit was supposed to be not at this point, because we're still kind of like this point here, because it's kind of like in a resistance, kind like of a resistance level here. Some people don't know how to place their stop loss and take profit. In case you enter a trade like this, usually take your place, just take your your stop loss, at the last low high. In case you entered here, you look at the last low high. If it's a downtrend, you place your stop loss just a few pips above the last low high, not at the exactly at the low high, just a few pips above. But you take profit supposed to be you look at the prior trend. The prior was an uptrend, so you look at the higher highs, at the higher lows. I mean these guys, these ones. You just draw a line, and we know that this is, they kind of like, they act resistance and support levels. So you do with that for putting your stop loss. But I usually swing trades, and I placed this account. It was definitely a boost account, I think. Yeah, I placed some few accounts here, and we are still holding a sell. So let's see where we can enter today. Let's see where you can enter today. So if you're to mark, this was major support and resistance level. We had a breakdown, then we had a retest, then the price went back, and then we had a second retest, and the price went down. So here we have like this is like a pullback candle here. So you want to place your stop loss, your sell stop, just few pips below this candle here. Is quite like an inverted hammer, but it's not. So few pips below, and you're going to sell if it was triggered. below, not below the body, guys, below the wick. So in case if the price breaks that level, you go directly into a sell. But if the price goes up and goes above this point, guys, just know that we're going for a buy also, because this is was the last. We cannot use this because this is kind of like a retest at the resistance. We want to use this, guys, at the last lower high to mark our buy. So if the price breaks above and goes above this, we know that we're not going for an uptrend, but now we're still in a downtrend, and use the pullbacks to enter. You can draw your rectangle to be precise, and just below the rectangle, few pips below, you wanna press your order. Let me kind of like rotate the screen so that you can see clearly. Okay, go to the 30 minutes. Okay, few pips below this, you can enter your trade in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, but use analysis 1 hour. It's quite more effective when you use 1 hour. Why am I using someone? I remember someone asked me, why am I using like I'm analyzing from the 4 hour to the 1 hour, I know the 15 and the 30 minutes time frame. Like when you analyze the V75 market on a 15 minutes time frame or 30 minutes time frame, you get your support and resistance level, you get those scalping moves, like you get scalping, you unless you're scalping, then you can do that analysis on that, on a small time frame. But it's advisable to do analysis on higher time frame, not the daily, because the daily indicate the wrong moves. Like you need to, in case if the price goes, your stop loss will need to be at high levels, like very high. Let me show you. Okay, just in case I place an order here, it's a daily time frame, right? My stop loss is supposed to be just above here, you see now, and my take profit is supposed to be here, just below here. So it's a risk reward ratio is 1 to 1, but can you hold like this? Because this is a whole day movement. One candle is a whole day movement. Like here you can go into like, even this is 2 days, like 300 lows. In case you're able to hold that, you have an account for that, you can do analysis on that. But it's advisable if you have a small account, which I mean 500, 200, 300 dollar, 100. Though I don't advise anyone to trade with 100, 200. I advise everyone to trade with at least 500. So anyway, in case you're trading with below 500, use the 1 hour, because here, if I enter here, my stop loss is here, which I can hold. It's like 20 or maybe 20 or $15, something like that. So you can take that, guys, and also the take profit can be very, very, very good. Make sure your risk ratio is 1 to 1, 1:2, 1:3. Don't risk too much and earn a little, because that's what scalping is. You risk too much and earn a little, and I want to swing trade, unless you're using my VAT strategy, which is perfect, with 99% accurate. So for boom and crash, I mean the VAT strategy for boom and crash. So guys, here, in case if you enter here, let me just show you. If you enter here, your take profit is supposed to be here, your first take profit is supposed to be here. Use the higher lows, guys, and your second take profit is supposed to be here. Let me just put a line, because it will be hard for some people to get it. Here, your first take profit and your second take profit is supposed to be here. Do you see that? In case if you entered that, and your stop loss is supposed to be here. So you see, let me remove this line. Okay, you enter here, right? You enter here, your take profit is here. Do you see the risk ratio is like 1:1? So it's good, because if there's a downtrend also, you can also go to this third take profit, this fourth take profit, the fifth. So guys, use the pullbacks to enter your trades. Use the pullbacks to enter your trade. I repeat, use the pullbacks to enter your trade. I repeat again, use the pullbacks to enter the trade. We're in a downtrend now. We don't have any chart patterns because chart pattern cannot be accurate most every time, and you cannot find them every time. So right now you follow what the market is doing in right now in the current situation, and it's not good to trade now because market is changing. But if you're using pullback, then you're in a good situation. So guys, that's all about the analysis. I know a few people watch this, but if you follow my analysis yesterday, you could have been in a sell. If you follow today, could have been a sell. Okay, maybe some people, okay, what in case there's gonna be a break, like as of right now, guys, there, just as of right now, we're going to have a break, just a break below that rectangle. You just wait for like even 1 bar, because you'll be using 15 minutes time frame to enter. So a break below, just wait for like 1 bar to break below. In case, let me show you with in case we entered, maybe in case we entered in this pullback, just in case we entered here. I'm using this for analysis, guys, as you know. Just in case we entered in this pullback, we're supposed to enter here. So this candle broke this level, so you wait for one, just you're using 15 minutes, remember, so waiting for just 15 minutes. Then after this candle, you can confirm this is going down. You can take your entry somewhere here, somewhere here in this candle here, you sell, and you can hold it, will, because your stop loss is going to be not above the rectangle here. So if you entered here, you could have still be here, and 1:1, at least 1 ratio. It's good, guys, not bad. So that's all in today's analysis.